Hi, this is Natalie, Zaf Yoga. We're going to do a short lesson completely focused on hamstrings, and hopefully by the end of it you are touching your toes and super relaxed. So I can put a playlist underneath this video, but always start off with the Gayatra Mantra Deva Pramal. I've chosen a short and slower one for this. We're standing at the top then of the mat. Pull the tailbone under, feet together, almost together. Pull the tummy up, shoulders back, chin neutral. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling all the way down. Right leg all the way back. Inhale. Retain the breath if you can for plank. And then the knees drop, the chest and the chin. Exhaling. Inhaling for cobra. Breath into the knees, tuck the toes up, we can't bend knees, down dog. Hold the bend until the back is nice and straight, and then we stretch the legs. Right leg forward, knee down, foot flat. Push the hips down, look up. Tuck the toes, top of the mat. Forward press, inhale up. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down. Left leg. Tuck the toes back into the plank. Knees, hammock the back, bring the chest down and the chin, elbows high. Push through the hands, bring the pelvic bone down, look up, cobra. Press through the knees, tuck the toes, push back, down dog. Left leg all the way forward. Drop the knee, flatten the foot, look up. Maybe a little stretch in that front knee, forgot that one last time. And come all the way up. All the way down. Right leg back. Fingertips look up. Nice deep inhale, and try to retain that breath as we go through the plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, chin. Cobra. Down dog. Right leg. Deep inhale. On our way up, tucking the toes, we're going to see if we can straighten up that front leg, top of the mat. By the time we finish, that might go straight. Remember this little extra forward press and inhale up. And exhale all the way down. Left leg all the way back. Fingertips look up, press the hips down, remember open the hips. Palms, plank, knees, chest, chin, cobra. Down dog. Left leg. Straighten up the left leg, step to the top of the mat, forward press, inhale all the way up. and down. Okay, you're going to step forward, use some blocks if you have some. If not, you have to sort of use the chin. So there's about 1.5 foot, 1 foot and a bit between my 2 feet. Feet are facing forwards. And I want to come down to my blocks with a flat back. So hands on the haunches, bring the chest up, look up, inhale. Exhale. Keep those elbows back, keep the back straight. Reach down, either you're on the shin like this, or you've got some blocks. And we try and bring this right hip back a little bit because it will have tried to creep forward. The more we pull the dorsal spine in, bring the shoulder blades slightly together, press the sit bones slightly away, you'll feel the stretch on the hamstring of the left. And if you can, then obviously you come down as far as you can with a flat back. Conscious that that right hip is always trying to move its way forward. Pyramid. And you can stay here, or certainly if you have a block, it's quite nice to try and turn this into a twist, leaning on the block and then letting the left arm go out to the left. Slightly different stretch across the outside of the hip joint. And down. Replace the blocks if you're using them, coming up with a flat back, step in with the right, step out with the left. Once again, we want to come down with a flat back. Inhaling, chest up, look up, elbows back, exhaling all the way down, flat back. Reach for your blocks or your shin, never your knee. Remember, never any pressure on the knee unless you're strengthening it in the direction it wants to bend. So I have to pull this right hip back because I can feel it's crept forward. Pull my dorsal area in, push my sit bones away, stretch that entire hamstring. And then on an exhale, seeing if my elbows will bend, because if my elbows will bend, then I can come down further. And then I'll turn this into a added extra bonus twist out to the right. And if you don't want to raise your right arm all the way, if this doesn't work for you, then put the back of the right hand on the small of the back and just open out with the shoulder joint. In the head down, will come down. Both blocks, step the feet back so that we've got the length of the torso between the toes and the blocks, and we can pull the mid back in, push the sit bones away to the sky, and feel that stretch. The more you're bringing the weight onto the balls of your feet, the more directly vertical the legs are, not sitting back to take the stretch off the hamstrings. We're really making those hamstrings stretch using gravity. Nice. Elbows, exhaling, see if you've got anything extra. And we're going to use these blocks. Turn towards my line for you. If you don't have blocks, never mind, it's just a bit harder. Knee, toe blocks in line, and we try to keep the head down as we step into the line. Straighten the legs and drop the other knee into the line. Over we go. Going for straight legs every time. Knee droppers, and then we'll stand here, knees straight, and just have a little C practice if the elbows will touch on the thighs, bringing the weight slightly forward, holding the face. Nice. I've got my rolled up mat prop yogi squats. I don't need so much, but I need a little bit. So this position where we're balanced, press out the knees with the elbows. We're using the joints. We're not moving the knees, we're opening the hip joints. And palms down or onto blocks. Keep the head down whilst we straighten up. The legs drop the head back into prayer. Press out the knees, palms straighten, back down. And then those of you who are managing to keep the hands on the floor, then you might be able to drop the elbows before we go up. Just tapping the elbows each time. Ugh, not easy. Oh, but it gets easier after a few. Hard work. Nice, we can sit down now. I'll just use this as a wedge. Wedge my sitting flesh off my neck pillow that I usually use is over there, that's fine. Coming in, we'll use the right foot to come in and lift up the arms. Inhale. Exhale forward. Chest, 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 chest to shin, not knee to nose. Breathe in, elongate the back. Exhale, back down. I can use a block. Try and keep those toes up towards me. You have to hold a little bit more than you're comfortable with doing. And that's when your challenge is exceeded and when your goalposts move a bit. If you only hold to where is a comfortable hold, you're probably not going to increase. Come up with a flat back. Switch over. Remember not to let the straight leg flip out to the side. Reach up, inhale up. Exhale, forward fold, lead with the chest. And maybe lowering the opposite shoulder first, like we did in the practice. And don't expect the first point you get to be your finishing point. The more you engage and use your breath in yoga, the more you'll get out of the position. The more you try, it's all in the breath. Every single breath you take which is controlled and okay, is a signal to your body that you're not doing anything that it should stop you from doing. You don't have to be saved from yourself because your breath is fine. Coming up, flat back. Both straight legs, inhaling up. Exhaling, chest forward. Hooking on to the toes, trying to push the fingers away with the toes, use the elbows, use the shoulder blades. Use the breath, come down. Nice. Come up. We'll have a little side pretzel. It's not really called a pretzel. It's just what I call it. I don't know what it's called. Right. So back over to the left leg long. Right knee. We're in exactly the same position kind of as we were, except we've just turned the body round so that the sternum is looking over this knee. Right knee. And then we hold on to the right knee with the fingertips. Raise the arm up and drop. Down to this left foot. See if you can reach it. But what we want to do really is keep the chest forward. Coming up. Other side. Turn to the left. Hold on to the left knee with the fingertips, right fingertips, and reach up. Inhale and drop down. Strong core coming up, and then hopefully you can get nearer your toes at least to finish off any forward folding, especially full practice that you've done in forward fold. You should do some back bend, so we can place the fingertips 20 centimeters behind us, fingers facing forward, point the toes away, pick the chest up first off, little back bend with that chest raised. Then we try and raise the hips off the floor. It's called an inverted plane, inclined plane, sorry. Nice. Drop the bottom, bring the the backs of the hands to either side of the sacrum. Lay back on the hands and the elbows. Push high with the chest. Push high, push high, push high. You can stay here or you can drop your head back and walk the buttocks onto the hands until you get your head back down. Keep pushing high with the chest. Laying down, and if you feel you've been going very, very strong with your forward folds, take a half wheel or a full wheel, bending the knees, feet just in front of the hips, shoulder blades together, and lift the hips. Shimmy around until you can disappear your arms underneath your torso. Fingers are interlaced under the sacrum, and you push, push, push hips high. Let the shoulder blades come away from each other, roll the vertebrae down one by one, and relax for a few minutes in Savasana.